Okay, now try.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Alright.
And I switched the graphics by the way. Oh my gosh, so
Okay.
chopped.
Anyway, what's it called? A bit of some technical issues on Sora's end. We should be getting right back on track here. Until we actually get stuff fixed up, we are going to be watching this first map between Kaijuu. Is it Kaijuu Gorillaz versus Vivid?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaijuu Gorillaz versus Vivid in Group B will be starting now. We already see a Yoru pick coming out from. I'm just gonna call. What the hell happened to this game? What's going?
Yo,
Yeah,
so
Sora,
who's running
Sora
the
just
RTX
Oh
2060,
no.
bro?
Okay, wait, hold on, hold on. Okay, so for agent select, we're going to be looking at some very interesting team comps from Kaiju Gorillas and Vivid. We see Blood on the KO, which is not really a pick you see too much on this map. We see Shizu locking in the Sage, which honestly, considering the current meta, Sage is definitely one of the sentinels to play. Lan on the Vice, and the Loyal Knight on the Brimstone. A bit of a surprise on this, bit of a surprise to see on this map, especially accompanied with the Astra. I'm definitely curious as to what Kaiju Gorillas are planning with this comp. I don't know if Sora can see this. I know he's been having a little bit of some technical difficulties with his setup. It's doing the same thing. It's doing the same thing it was doing with my computer last week, where there was just a critical error and Valorant kept crashing. Maybe something to do with OBS. It like OBS isn't really using that much like processing power, so I don't know why. They just disagree with Valorant right now. Either way, getting right into it. We see these players just discussing their team comps, making sure that they have the right ideas in mind. Vivid will be starting on the defense. Actually, an Astra Omen coming out as well. Loyal Knights making the switch to the Omen last second. Not really. The Brimstone Hover kind of throwing me off a little bit. But really, all we see here is you know, prime some prime picks from coming out from both sides. Sova's coming out as well. Really good on this map. The only difference being here is the Duelist and the Vice for the KO, at least on the side of Kaiju Gorillas.
Yeah. Hello? Stream? Chat. Oh, okay. Is the game started?
Yeah,
My
the game has
interrupting?
begun.
Oh, the stream is looking at Zabis. I I don't know if it's because of the delay. Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, it was because of the delay. Okay, we're good. You're good. You're good.
So let me go ahead and make sure to fix this really fast. Save image. Come on, before the game starts. God dang it. Alright, starting us off right off the bat, we see 3 of these Vivid players on the defensive side walking all the way down to middle, contesting Nano Ghost here. Of the Kaijuu Gorillaz, the flash is good, but Blood is able to effectively cover for Reese around this corner. Now Peng and Lan making their way to this A site, making sure to take the space that the defenders haven't taken. Asgo will be one of the first to fall on the defensive side.
One suppressed.
Smattering of damage taking from both the Vice and the Astra here as they decide to pivot to the B side instead. 55 seconds on the clock. They could really take their time here. Maybe look for one onto blue and I guess rotate back to A. But Peng seems really interested in just running straight into blue's crossing. Headshot will not come through, but the paranoia will. Peng will be allowed the space to plant the spike. Blue trying to guess where the plant is coming down. Still in a 4v4 situation, it's anyone's game. Flash coming through, and the retake is now online for Vivid. Blue and Co now running all the way down to the site. Loyal Knight picking up Blue. Peng will also fall. Reese picking up Deegs, and it's all up to Lan and Loyal Knight with just a classic in hand. 2 eliminations go his way. 1v1 situation. Shizu and Reese are so low, and Loyal Knight with 2 eliminations, with 4 eliminations to start us off in this game. 0-1 in favor of the attack. All that early chip damage on the defenders was definitely worth it. Let's see. End game. Just making sure. Oh my god. We move into the second round.
Flash.
And a Ghost once again, all on his lonesome in middle. Trying to make space with this clone, make it play with the flash maybe. It's the rest of Vivid. Very safely stuck, or very safely nestled in their respective sight lines. Lan around this corner with this outlaw could actually make such a huge difference in this round, considering their health pool not being plentiful. No shields on any of these players. Again, the pivot towards B is made. Deegs consuming the drone to clear some space on this B side. Blue does note this and calls for a rotation. All of Vivid now choosing to barrel their way to this B side. Shot from Lan doesn't quite connect. Actually will find Reese, but Nano Ghost with huge timing behind them. Picking up 2 onto Blood and Shizu. Blue and Asgo have to be the ones to find exits. Really, all they can do is find exits. Vice lineup coming out from Lan as well to deny Heaven and Heaven and B-Link contention. Loyal Knight as well joining up with Nano Ghost here.
Shadows traveling.
Now the time is ticking for this defending side. Blue actually opting to walk over to the spike to actually just get the money from the spike detonation. And that is a second round in favor of Kaijuu Gorillaz. Alright, there we go. Overlays online. Whew. Alright, finally. Finally, the game doesn't look so naked. Alright. 0-2 on the board in favor of Kaijuu Gorillaz. Don't let the team sides on the visual throw you off. Vivid is indeed on the defending side. Vivid Shizu actually attempting to follow up off of the 0 point coming out from Blood. Not be successful in that endeavor. Blue up top though, picking up Nano Ghost.
Spike planted.
who was on the aggressive. The gun definitely benefited him there. Still though, Blood and Lan have taken a lot of damage. And finally, as Peng's Cosmic Divide falls, the rest of Vivid are now allowed to funnel to the site. Gabriel on the spike to try to get them off. Reese actually successfully baits that. Deeks around his corner. Is he ready for it? The shots don't quite go his way. Blood picking up Deeks on the trade. Asgo as well picking up too. But Peng around this corner might actually just stall it just enough for the bomb to go off. And even though Asgo does win out on that gunfight, we are seeing a third round win here for Kaijuu Gorillaz. Looks like all that smack that Kaijuu was talking is starting to backfire.
First action. Check me then, eh? I got enough time to go into the astral form? Need a drop.
Stalemate here shown, or on display.
Shadows traveling.
Nano Ghost making it all the way through middle, pretty much uncontested. First signs of a fight are on B.
Cover going out.
Blue hearing all of Nano Ghost's footsteps. Coming all the way through, is still able to slip on by. Paranoia coming through. And even though the teleport has been cleared, Nano Ghost is in a position to pop off. The flash is good. Blood with the trade though. But Nano Ghost has done his job. He's gotten his pick. Now equalize at 4 in a 4v4 situation. Lan actually opting for the long flank, but Vivid is already on the spike. Lan needs to make their way over to site as quick as possible. Loyal Knight, Shizu, and Reese picking up one each. Lan finally with the timing from behind. Deeks though able to successfully spam the diffuser off the spike. The dart is so good into the smoke as well, but Shizu nearly wins that out. But Lan with such a well-timed flank, allowing them to secure the fourth. Kaijuu Gorillaz continue to be in the lead at 4-0.
No charges. Now we wait.
Flash giving sufficient information for Peng to potentially peek here. Shizu, shot goes wide. That's the end of that engagement. Deeks picking up Blue and Loyal Knight with the cover onto Blood, helping his teammate out. Pretty much securing B. They got those 2 picks. They opened up that side of the map, and the rest of these players are left sprinting all the way across to get to B. Nano Ghost popping the dimensional drift, making sure to clear out towards middle. Asgo and Co, though, in the link with just sheriffs in hand. Deeks around this corner could play such a huge spoiler. The flash coming through and the flying of the Shizu, allowing Deeks to peek all the way through. Will secure the 3K and the disrespect. 5-0 so far for Kaijuu Gorillaz. The very first timeout has been called by Vivid in order to instruct this in order for Parks to instruct their team as to how to continue to play out this map. Just goes to show synergy in team comps is needed. Otherwise, if you're just getting picks left and right for free like Kaijuu Gorillaz, it's only natural that the map goes your way. Reese though taking a note to heart, pushing up towards middle, and Lan
You are
immediately
divided.
winning out on that fight, allowing for the Cosmic Divide to come through. Blue with the paranoia, picking up a quick swift headshot onto Deegs. Around the corner is Blood though, waiting for a chance to strike. Plant will come through in a safe spot for Peng.
Spike planted.
Blood throwing out the flash to try to force an engagement. The rest of Kaijuu Gorillaz will be tucked safely on the back of the site. Teleport from Royal Knight into safety, and the Blade Storm has been popped by Shizu as well. Had a bit of a stalemate, but finally the call is made to retake. Vivid Blood picking, or Blood using the null command, but Lan and Peng immediately clearing out most of sight. Shizu, paranoia is chasing him, is forced to tuck tail and run away to keep the op in play. Loyal Knight around this corner will try to chase him down. Headshot from the Blade Storm will do the trick. Lan up next to Bat will fall to the operator as well. And a very convincing round for Kaijuu Gorillaz. Still though, you know, they fortunately for them, they could afford to go for they could afford to chase them down to clear out their weapons. They had the money for it. Still though, you know, we all know how it is with the operator. Once the operator user gets going, so really you're gonna have a lot of trouble stopping him. See if Shizu can continue to carry this momentum he's had with these op kills into a first round win for Vivid. As I say this, I may have cursed him a little bit. The headshot doesn't quite go his way. A little bit of a dent to his confidence, but still he will try to hold yet another angle to try to pick one off. Lan immediately stepping around the corner will finally fall to the operator. Shizu lands an elimination in this round. Now we've got 1 minute remaining for the attack to make a move, and again they choose to pivot into B. Blue around the corner might be ready to receive, but not quite yet. The recon bolt will also get them some information on the site. Suppression coming through from the 0 point is good as well. And Reese preemptively popping the Hunter's Fury to try to catch any of these players on site. The one tag will come through for Deegs onto Reese. Loyal Knight around the corner, barely managing to pick up Asgo. 5 health to his name. Now we're in a 4v2 situation, and I almost wanted to say it's game time for Shizu, but he really just wants to try to win this round. Actually, I was mistaken. It is game time for Shizu. He will be keeping that operator into the next round. And unfortunately, as a result, Vivid would have to concede the 7th. Look at that, man. I mean, the game, it feels like the game just started, but Vivid is so far behind, already trailing 7 rounds to 0. Or, you know, as opposed to their 0. And like, I don't know. Maybe Vivid are just way better on the second half. Well, that is it, Lyson. 4-1 split towards this A side. Surprisingly, Loyal Knight lurking, but actually, now that I check again, the From the Shadows is online. He could make a play here and teleport. The shots onto Blue connect, and he may be able to get away with it. Reese just
planted.
missing the timing around the corner. Steel Garden also consumed from land to stop any attempt at an early retake, forcing the defenders to take more time to set up, and allowing them to more time to set up. Reese around the corner, actually, maybe looking at the shear, I'm not entirely sure. Still though, the rest of Vivid with an Op, a Guardian, and a Vandal don't really have much to do. Might be Jame time for Shizu yet again, who actually claims the rifle, letting Blood pick up the operator, allowing Shizu to work, maybe get one. Will be awarded one onto Nano Ghost. Still though, forced to tuck tail, and this time it's Jame time for Blood. Vivid. It's looking a little stark for them. It's looking a little bleak. I think one round in this game should give them the confidence boost that they need. Or we may see an absolutely soul-crushing 12-0 half.
Suppressing. One suppressed.
Suppression from Blood is good onto Loyal Knight. They know at least one is outside of B. Shizu also consuming the dash to try to get away after an early engagement, but Peng doing better. Not contesting it. Lando will be taking a shot to the leg, punishment for jump peeking almost. Blue around this corner almost catches Loyal Knight off guard. Once again, we see Kaijuu Gorillaz pivot towards B. And, well, I mean, the spike is...
You are divided.
The spike is all the way there. Blue's trying to stall it out as well. The flash is good.
Cover going out. Blinding.
Really, it's a 1-for-1 trade in favor of Vivid, I would say. Lana's still really low, but look where he is. He managed to lurk all the way behind, picking up Blood. Deeks will be picking up Asgo, also from mid. Somehow, these two players just happen to slip by. Lan will be finally picked off. Low HP Lan. She's on Blue around this corner, have to fight off Deeks to guarantee their chance at a retake. Takes a smattering of damage from the Guardian. Again, we're in a 3v2 situation, and Blue is so dangerously low. And Peng with the headshot above the smoke. It's all up to Blue, landing the first headshot onto Loyal Knight, but the time is ticking down so quickly. The quick headshot onto Deeks, but really, it's just for show. 4K on the round, but no rounds on the board. And it's Jame time for Blue this time.
I will take back what's mine.
Oh man, 9-0 is not nice to look at. I don't know, it makes me feel sick to my stomach when makes me sick to my stomach when I see a scoreline like that. Not due to like misplaying by any of the teams. It's just rough, man. Blue with an early pick onto Deeks. Nice shot around the corner. Nanogo still trying to continue to control mid. Allowed to slip through.
Portal closed.
Link going into A heaven. Asgo may expect this at this point. He might not be ready for Nano Ghost around the corner. We'll be picking up Asgo. And on the side with the operator continuing to put in work. Peng will fall. Nano Ghost has to fight off Shizu here around this corner. Shoots the clone, tucks away. Paranoia coming through, actually landing perfectly. Shizu on the chase, avoiding the flash. Maybe the headshot awarded, not quite. Paranoia from the attacking Omen. Loyal Knight. And finally, Vivid breathe a sigh of relief as they secure their very first round on the half. Off of an amazing play from Blue, picking up those eliminations with the operator definitely made the difference. Like I said, much needed confidence booster for this Vivid side. They really need to get back into this game. If they can win the next 2 rounds, that's definitely on the books for them. They can definitely try to take back what's rightfully theirs.
Who's next? Found them.
Dimensional drift pop by now goes to grab any sort of information on this B side. Sees that 4 players are all the way there, and yeah, that's enough for his team. All that information given away allows them to make at least a semi-rotation towards him. Lando still wants to contest the sightline on B-Link. Shizu is having none of that, immediately swatting the Vice away. As the rest of the attack pivots towards the A site, Peng with the spike is still here in mid. Deegs and Loyal Knight are still trying to make space. Blue has the operator in hand. They can catch him around the corner. Reese though with the cover is good. Deegs though on top, picking up the operator, and Deegs falling all the way into the abyss after being eliminated. 4v2 now in favor of the defense.
Anyone else?
But Nano Ghost and Peng picking off both Asgo and Blood.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds remaining on the clock. The attack side is now in the has the advantage. Shizu finally activated in this game. Difference maker, and what was that shot from Peng? How do you get away with that? Reese around the corner, chasing him down, trying to get him, just barely misses him. Just now goes jump peeking. Reese almost hitting the headshot onto this Yoru, but the grab well is just way too much to handle. The stall is insanely good from this Kaijuu Gorillaz side, and even though Nano Ghost will fall, wow. Even though Nano Ghost will fall, he will take Vivid Reese down with him. I don't know why I said Vivid Reese. I meant to say
Last
Reese.
round before the switch.
But yeah, no, 10-1 in favor of Kaijuu Gorillaz so far.
Should I play some stars in this reality?
Around this corner, even though he does get flashed, Blue has sufficient enough cover. Blue sufficiently covers him for the drone at least. Nano Ghost still does the due diligence to round the corner and check it. Blue though, scampering for his life, flash coming through, will be able to retreat into the attacking side. Smoke shot coming through. Still though, the attackers are at a disadvantage. The shorty from Blue around the corner to pick up Nano Ghost, and Blood and Asgo picking up 1 each. Take flight. Vivid are slowly starting to come back into this round. 3v2 situation though in favor of the defense. Lando with the operator will fall, and it's just up to Peng. The Gravity Well trying his best to stall it out as much as humanly possible. The flash from Blood is good to cover for Reese, and Asgo around this corner is trying his best to win out this fight, and Reese will be sticking it all the way, and the spike will be successfully defused. And rather than a soul-crushing 12-0 half, we have a 10-2 half from Vivid. Luckily, they were able to scrap together 2 rounds there.
I should play
And
some
hopefully
Astro
this
Stars in
means
reality.
there's a momentum shift incoming. Going into this next half, we have Nano Ghost just making sure to
Portal closed.
take whatever space he can manage towards middle, keeping it secure. Blue though, on the recontest, hang around this corner, might actually find him. Not quite. Still, timing is still on Nano Ghost's side. He may be picking up Asgo to flash onto blue. Unfortunately, as he lines up the classic right click, will be the last thing we see come out of this kit for this round. Loyal not around this corner, getting suppressed by the 0 point coming out from Blood. Pengu around this corner,
down,
recontesting towards middle,
30
picking up
seconds
Blood, picking up the aforementioned KO. Unfortunately, will be falling. And really, we're just seeing trades back and forth. Good on Vivid for sticking together to at least secure those trades. Still though, as far as Kaijuu Gorillaz is concerned, they are doing as much damage as humanly possible. Loyal Knight around this corner does get caught by blue. Unfortunate timing for him, but both of these Vivid players are really low. We're not quite low, but like, you know, at least 2-shot, either of them. Deegs could still win this by himself, but the Vivid players are smart about it. They're buddying up. And Deegs does isolate blue, expects Shizu around the corner, but is surprised to see that they are on the sideline he least expected. Shizu will be finally securing a third round for, or Shizu will be securing the third round for the team, and you know, stellar performance so far from Shizu, 14-8. It doesn't feel like Vivid's losing. You know, they're still putting up numbers. Still though, the scoreline speaks for itself. Blood already picking one up towards middle. Loyal Knight around the corner with one, but Blue putting that rifle to work, picking up two himself.
One enemy remaining.
And already the attack is looking to close out this round. Man with nothing but a sheriff in hand will unfortunately follow suit. Look at that, Vivid are starting to come together. 2 rounds so far on the half. Honestly, as much as I hate to say it, they could make it happen. They could make a comeback happen.
Right here.
Here.
Vivid, honestly, taking their time is definitely the play. On Abyss, you do, like, you know, as big as the map looks, you don't really have much of a distance to go between the attacking spawn and site. You really have to bide your time as much as possible, and that rule applies to any map. You know, you really got to make sure you get sufficient information to make a move. Kaijuu Gorillaz, what they excelled at was taking advantage of you know, any sort of presence they detected and just pivoting towards the other side of the map. Vivid, it seems, are doing a little bit of the same, but rather than just throwing bodies at them, making sure to consume utility to draw as much attention to their presence as possible. As I say this, immediately Vivid pivots towards this B site. Loyal Knight, consuming the paranoia around the corner, still has a chance to pick up one, but not before Reese trades it out. Or shortly after Reese does trade it out.
Spike planted.
Nano goes around this corner, accompanying his decoy to make some space. Reese does take a smattering of damage. She's around this corner, avoiding the stun as well as the flash, still able to land up the headshot. Nano goes, will be picking up a second onto Lan, but he doesn't expect Peng. or excuse me, yeah, Peng does come around the corner to claim Shizu.
cannot
He
use
doesn't
that.
expect Deeks. And the 2v now we're in a 2v2 situation. Reese is so dangerously low, 4 health on this Sova. If he can stall out the spike as much as humanly possible, that would be insanely good for Vivid. And even though he has 4 HP to his name, he's still peaking with the confidence of a 100 HP player. But Blood is able to safely throw out the fragment grenade to actually secure the round. Utility actually winning them their
Watch
5th
run when
point
lit by my
on the
sword.
board.
That's when we strike.
Look at that. Vivid is... I keep saying look at that. It's a bad habit. But, you know, I tend to gravitate towards things I could use as catchphrases. Now, with that beyond interesting factoid out of the way, we already see Shizu picking up swift kill onto Loyal Knight. The attacking side instantly at an advantage. Question is, do they want to commit to this B site? The defense do have like really bad weapons here. They have a really bad recon. But Peng inside the smoke, still picking up 2, still making it worth his team's while to try to retake here. The Sheriff doing him a huge favor, allowing his team to stay in this round. Vivid not wanting to use the null command, not wanting to give away too much utility, or more utility than they should have, or they should. Just making sure to listen, to play safe, to gather any information they can possibly manage. Asgo's smoke is good,
30 seconds left.
enough for Lan to walk into. Asgo does almost lose his life there walking into the smoke. Almost horrible timing. Lan unfortunately will be the one to lose out on that engagement. And fortunately for Vivid, they are now allowed to set up
Not ready yet.
to set up a perfect excuse me. Vivid are now allowed to set up in a perfect position to hold the spike. Deek spamming the smoke, making sure to clear out any players that could be ratting inside. Little do they know Asgo is making a journey all the way around through middle, misses some shots onto Deegs. Nano goes around this corner trying to fight it out. Blood will fall, and Asgo will be safe, but Deegs is forced to give away the 6th round. This is a different look compared to the first half. Maybe chat was right. Maybe Vivid just needed to activate on the second half. 4 rounds won so far. Might be too close. It might be too early to call it, but I definitely want to see more out of Vivid. Coming out from Nano Ghost to stall out these 8 players, actually to allow the recon dart to get some information. It's really valuable for the defense still though. Blood immediately popping the null command, takes some space on site. Deegs good for the down onto the KO, but the res will be allowed to come through thanks to the smoke. Actually, Loyal Knight has something else to say about it, picking up 2 on site, but Shizu immediately trading it out. Res will come out onto Blood, but Nano Ghost will be on the there to receive the smoke, fading away at just the right time. And Peng around this corner will be picking up Asgo from behind. It's off to Shizu with just 30 health and a dream. Spike is down on site. Nano Ghost can pop the dimensional drift to give some information over to Peng, but the fake out with the smoke works out for Shizu, and Nano Ghost is just left wondering if he can do this. Coming out of the dimensional drift, but Shizu securing the 4K clutch for his team. Vivid's Shizu, Vivid's very own, baby. Again, continuing to put in work. 7 to 10 so far Not a single round dropped on the second half.
Standing ahead.
Again, slowly but surely. Attacking side makes all space needed. Now, interested in this A side, since Blood did note 2 players. They want to try to go for the recontest. Flash coming around the corner, allowing Blood to peek. What perfect timing for this KO to pick up Deegs. Nano Ghost, even though he does claim the orb, will lose a teammate in the process. Lando walking all the way down B main. He might miss Shizu around this corner. Rifle winning out, really just the better gun in that engagement, being the reason that they won. Well to try to over these players, and Reese around this corner picking up Loyal Knight. Picking up Loyal Knight. Doesn't matter how close he got. Picking up 2.
Spike planted.
Just up to Nano Ghost with just the Sheriff. Shizu around this corner again, continuing to consistently perform for his team, bringing it back. 8-10 so far. 6 rounds won in a row. Not a single one dropped on this attack half. And you start to wonder, maybe, I'm not sure, you start to wonder what's going on with Kaijuu Gorillaz. I'm not sure how the momentum shifted there. I feel like I caused it somehow. I feel like I called that Vivid would somehow, you know, kind of pull a rabbit out of a hat, kind of, you know, pull it off, you know, show us some tricks. And really, like, I mean, there's not much to say other than the fact that Vivid are out-positioning them, specifically on attack. Even though Kaijuu Gorillaz are trying their best to, you know, make space at least towards A, we see that at least that Deegs and Nano Ghost are just walking up A main. You know, they're trying their best to just default their utility to get some information. We don't see any. We only saw it on pistol round. We don't see anyone walk up mid. We don't see anyone take space mid. And we see B being given away too easily. Shizu is just online. Shizu's just winning like every gunfight. And to think that this Jett struggled early game to even land a single shot, it's genuinely unthinkable. It's inconceivable that Shizu has somehow just woken up and is just deleting players left and right. And look at that, the 0 point as well from Blood. Like, it's such valuable information. They could just leave A completely alone now that they know these 2 players are there. Just continue to use their utility to gather information. I mean, as you should. It is a game. This is a tactical shooter. But at the same time, like, I cannot emphasize how big that that 0 point is towards A. Nano Ghost is pretty much dead. Unless he can hit this insane shot onto Blood. The reaction a little too late. Paranoia coming through. And the space given away. 0 point now pretty much confirms that he's completely gone. Now they can very gladly and willingly take this space towards A. 45 seconds on the clock, really. They could choose to bide their time a little more here. You even see the defenders pivoting towards this B side. But Nano Ghost actually noting the smokes and the dart coming through. Calling for his team to make it all the way back to B.
30 seconds
Or
left.
to A. Blood did, and the from the shadows from Loyal Knight almost committed. The one from blue does get committed. You know, the fake to A has finally been sold. 3 players now on the rotate all the way over to B. Lando maintaining the position, walking
10
down
seconds
mid.
left.
We'll be picking up 1. Shizu picking up Loyal Knight, the only player on the defense on site currently. as the rest of them group up towards this link area and heaven. Steel Garden now primed at the ready. Around this corner is Blue, who will be picking up Nano Ghost. And the Hunter's Fury is popped early. Reese will be picking up these and is looking for more targets. The Recon Dart will find both of them, and it's looking like Vivid's round. Blue is still in heaven, and they're still not clearing him out. And Lan, even though he does get one, he will fall, and a 9th round will be awarded to Vivid. Great play by Blue to just maintain his position in heaven, and the fact that he stayed there uncontested is also insane to think about. I need chat to understand that I've never seen a 210 curse go through. 7 rounds in a row is definitely not on the books, especially after losing 10 on defense.
Cover going out.
You think like all hope is dead. You think like, you know, all hope is lost, and like everything like, you know, every part of your team's mental is just completely like destroyed. But these people, this team, this Vivid squad seem to thrive when they're at a disadvantage. Look at that, Shizu even grabbing yet another 4K. Almost at 30 eliminations, leading his team to victory. We now equalize at 10 to 10. Say it with me, chat. 8 rounds in a row. 8 rounds have been won by this Vivid side. What is going on?
Time to jump. Scanning ahead. There they are.
Lan does get traded out towards A. Peng and Nano Ghost almost taking heed of my comments about taking towards me. Nano Ghost will be picking up one, immediately falling right after. Unfortunately being abandoned by Peng. Now in a 3v3 situation. Going into the going to the last minute of this round. And Vivid will now look towards A. Coming through to Suppressed in Heaven. The spam from Deeks is good. 25 seconds left on the clock. Reese is forced to pick up the spike and try to plant. Asgo needs to cover him though. Hunter Fury coming through will be missing onto Reese. All 3 shots will be missing. Actually makes the wise decision to reposition his plant. Unfortunately though, Asgo is the last one remaining, and Loyal Knight will be picking up the elimination. The momentum has finally been interrupted, and Kaijuu Gorillaz as well. The Kaijuu Gorillaz, I've said it and I'll say it again. Kaijuu Gorillaz breathe a sigh of relief that they will not be losing 13 to 10. Still though, Shizu is on such an insane, like, Shizu is on one. He's had such an insane game so far. I would not be surprised if Vivid pulled this off.
I need a stop.
Now we have a 5-player pivot. I keep saying pivot, but like, yeah, a 5-player lean towards B side. Blood's Null command popped to guarantee them the space. Loyal Knight will sit in the smoke quietly, even while getting detected by the 0 point. Nano goes around this corner, making sure to stay with Peng. Asgo and Blue picking up one each. All of a sudden we're in a 3v3 once again. Peng consuming the Cosmic Divide to allow the rest of his team to funnel onto site, and they cannot hear the spike being defused. Paranoia coming through. Deegs will be sticking it all the way. Blue with a teleport to try to stop it, but still, the defuse does go all the way through. Such a time-sensitive play coming out from Blue. Maybe if he teleported without the Paranoia, he could have pulled it off, but unfortunately, it was just a second too late. No. And now, you know, a much needed timeout for Vivid. They've lost the past 2 rounds. They've lost 2 critical rounds in this map. And now we see a 10-12 scoreline. Kaijuu Gorillaz might unfortunately pull this off, but Vivid still have a chance. They've come so far. They can definitely try to force us into overtime yet another time tonight.
We wait.
Match point in favor of Kaijuu Gorillaz. Just wanted to remind chat we are still on map 1. Oh man. What an insane series so far, and we're not even on the second map. Again, the 0 point around this corner providing so much value, suppressing Lan and Nano Ghost, allowing for a rotation towards B. Asgo and Co may have the information, but do they have the aim to pull this off? Leaks around this corner could cause so many problems. Paranoia coming through from Loyal Knight around this corner. Both smokes using the cover, but still the spray from Deegs is good, and it's all but over for Vivid. Hopefully, Loyal Knight picking up 2 and Blue with 1, but really it's just a consolation prize. Nano Ghost is actively chasing him down with Dimensional Drift, and they know where this player is sitting all the way. They know where this player is running off to, all the way to A side. Blue trying to make his best at a run for it. And Peng sitting on top of the spike like a mother hen, trying to deny the from the shadows teleport play potential here.
30 seconds left.
1v3, 30 seconds on the clock. Blue needs to make a decision right here and right now.
Cover going out.
Teleport needs to be committed onto the spike. I'm not sure if he will. He might be using it to set up for post plant, but yeah, Peng around this corner. He's dead in 3,
10 seconds
2,
left.
1. Okay, that was a little bit uncomfortable. Peng, Peng, I know you're trying to be I know you're trying to be disrespectful, Peng, but that was a little bit excessive. And next time I ask you to abide by the count. Anyway, unfortunately for Vivid, the comeback story will not be a reality. 10-13 scoreline in favor of Kaijuu Gorillaz, and we will be going into a short intermission before our next map. So we're gonna get the show on the road as much as possible, and we will be moving to Pearl. So stay tuned. Okay, and we are back, and we are finally in our very nice, very beautiful agent select. We've got Vivid. We've got Vivid on defense. We've got Vivid on defense again. We've got Kaijuu Gorillaz on attack first, once again. And we are having yet another Pearl game for the night. I'm joined by Big Man Sora once again.
Yo.
He was having a little bit of a technical hiccup, but honestly, who doesn't when we stream these things? It's become a VZ trademark at this point that Sora and I have like the best PCs in the lobby, but the most technical issues because OBS sucks. Anyway, going into this, I see 2 Yoru picks. I see Shizu picking up the Yoru instead of the Jet. I see Harbor coming out from blue. Honestly, a pick I really miss on this map. Harbor is insanely good on this map. And fun fact, when I used to be pro, I played a lot of Harbor on this map. So I can definitely tell you guys a lot of like what I like about Harbor on this map. But Harbor is such a boring agent. Nobody wants to hear about that. Anyway, what are we thinking about these comps, Sora? Let me know.
Looking at these comps, we have an Astra, a Sova, a Yoru. Interesting comp from the side of what you call it, Vivid. I mean, you know, you see a couple people that you usually see on this map, but it's just a weird mix. On the side of Kaijuu Gorillaz here though, you have a Fade, Astra, Yoru, KJ, and Jet. Somewhat similar comps when it comes to the Yoru, the KJ, and the Astra. Those seem to be common picks on this map. It's just the only difference here is the Harbor, the Fade, and the I think Duelist, right?
Yeah, I want to say great, or not great, but like interesting decision to run Astra as a solo smoke. I know Astra, you know, Astra's a really good agent. Okay, like Astra has a lot of utility. Astra has a lot of. Oh well, I guess we're going into it. I guess we're going into a tech pause already. So let's. All right, yeah, let's just get that underway. And I'll make sure to keep the chat covered. Anyway, yeah, no, Astra solo smoke is definitely an interesting pick. That you know, oh my god, what am I even saying? Astra solo smoke is definitely something you don't see very often. I'd like to think that Astra shines the best when there's a second controller to sort of balance out how vulnerable she is in her astral form. You know, things like Viper, things like Harbor, and as we saw from Abyss, we saw Omen combined with Astra, which, I mean, Omen is a great pick on that map regardless. You know, a lot of verticality on Abyss, a lot of places to teleport, a lot of just avenues of attack for teleports in general. But really, like, what you're really depending on is the Astra utility to stall for post plant. In this comp, what I think is going to happen. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna wait for the ad break to finish, so I can continue to talk.
Yeah, I think there's been less ad breaks though, right?
Yeah,
If
I
I'm
mean,
not mistaken.
it's not. They're not very often. Unfortunately, I'm not subscribed to the channel, so my. If I like buy a sub to the channel, I won't be able to tell when chat is in an ad, so it's probably for the better that I don't.
Yeah. I think you will. I think it still pop up because on my side, obviously I don't get any ads, but
yeah.
I still see when the breaks pop up.
All right. Okay. So okay. Perfect. So anyway, as I was saying, Astra solo smoke is definitely something. Astra solo smoke is definitely something that's interesting because you have, like, you don't have that second controller to kind of balance out how vulnerable she is in the astral form. Really, you want to depend on her to play post plant, to, you know, get some smokes down for the take. But in reality, she isn't really doing much of like frontlining or gunfighting. That's where picks like Omen come in, especially for last map. And yeah, we can finally get the match underway. No more technical pause. And but yeah, I'm so curious to see how the solo Astra pick is going to work. Enough yapping about Astra. You know, honestly, Basically the only reason I'm not still pro is because I refuse to pick up Astra. Shizu already around the corner with an early engagement, just hitting a couple body shots, you know, some warning shots.
Oh my gosh! Look on the side of B here though. The B side was almost basically free just a second ago. They kind of slowed down a little bit, so they weren't able to take advantage of the full free side. Obviously, you know, they didn't fully know. Just watching here, they kind of have a little bit of side control, not a lot. They're kind of fighting back here though.
Taking that back.
Yeah, Vivid actually opting for a pre-take of all things. You know, flash from Shizu, basically a sign for them to start it off.
Oh,
Lando,
but the lurk up link.
with a good timing behind Blood, and now we enter a 3v3. Sheriff though can continue to do some damage.
enemy
Reese will
remaining.
fall. Deegs will also pick off Asgo to follow suit. And Shizu, with only 45 health
Spike
remaining,
planted.
will try his best to make a go at, exits at this point. I don't know. It's pistol, man. It's there really isn't much to worry about in terms of needing to win the round. It is crucial to determine like how the next round goes, but beyond that, like even if you lose 2 rounds in a row, you still get a chance with your first spy round, the loss bonus.
Indeed. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but we've seen a lot of pro play throughout this tourney. I'm guessing these are just loving this map. Like I feel like we've seen like pro might be the map we've seen the most, honestly.
Honestly, I'm all for it. I really like this map. A lot of people wouldn't agree with me, but I think this map is really exciting to watch.
When the map is going your way, it's going your way. But if you're on the opposite side of that coin, it's kind of like the worst map to play.
1000%. That's why I made sure to clarify. It's fun to watch. It might not be the most fun to play, but it is definitely fun to watch. 1000% is so fun. And I will stand by that.
Cutting through.
But I'm just saying this now, Sora. I can vouch for Faust. He's literally a ex-VCT professional coach. He knows what he's doing. So if you like, if we wanna get him up in here to cast, I'm hella down.
I'm all for it. Hey, nothing wrong with more casters. Less work for me.
Hey, you are the owner. You've got a lot on your plate, bro. You make all these visuals. You prepare all these OBS things. Anyway, enough glaze. Loyal Knight able to dash forward and pick up Asgo. She's around the corner, will be picking him off. Nano
Nice shot by Lan.
follows suit. Nice shot by Lan as well onto Chizu.
Placing swarm
Now we
grenade.
equalize
Lan,
at 3v3
setting fear.
once again. The harbor wall coming through to allow the retake to happen. Nano swarms though around this corner. Luckily for Lan, covered by this high tide. Blue still has the cove available, can consume it to get a defuse going. Gravity well will not deter them for long though. Deegs immediately coming around the corner on the aggressive, able to pick off one, but Blue will pick up two, and time is ticking away. Blue needs to get on this defuse. A little bit of a blunder. He crouches a little bit too far back, and the time will tick all the way down. And even though Blue does get 3 eliminations, the clutch will be awarded to Lan.
So, amazing round for the side of Kaijuu Gorillaz there, but I think you might have said something about this in the comp. The stall util with Kaijuu Gorillaz comp is going to be amazing here, and also Vivid has the same KJ Astra thing set up too, so it'll be good for them when they get on the attacker side. But between the KJ util and the Astra stars, you playing post plant, if you can take side and get to that post plant spot, it's a really high chance for you to win that round. You have Astra stars, Astra pool, Astra concuss on top of KJ's mollies. Like it's a really hard post plant to fight.
This may be like a meta slavey thing of me to say, but like I'm really surprised neither of these teams are running Tejo. Tejo could definitely work much better.
I have not seen Tejo in this tourney a lot.
Yeah, no, I definitely only saw them once. I saw them once on Bind being run by Sinag. But that's it. That's it. No other Tejo picks. It's so surprising they're not taking advantage of such a powerful agent.
Maybe teams just haven't fully got used to his kit yet.
I would say
they might go with something more comfortable just so you know. They can. But I feel like group stages. This is the time to kind of try out those walkie talks. I mean, you have 2 lives. I mean, you
It's,
play.
it's still so early on too. Like we're not even at the we're not even at the upper bracket semifinals for any of the groups. Like this is still the second game of the upper bracket of Group B. Now is the time to experiment. You know, Group C and Group
30
D.
seconds
Like look at Pearl. You can't tell me Tejo isn't like insanely good on this map.
The
Look at all these narrow, like
spaces.
his narrow
his ult.
spaces, his ultimate, his salvo, his stun. So much utility can be. Anyway, let's not glaze Pablo Escobar anymore. As we're talking about that stupid agent, Kaijuu Gorillaz picked up a second round here. You know, able to effectively stall out and wait for the attack to be forced to, or excuse me, wait for the defense to be. I'm not too sure what happened last round. I'm not gonna lie. The attackers just all kind of, you know.
They just died. They just, you know, they just fainted.
Yeah. Okay. Never. Yeah. Okay. I was definitely mistaken. I apologize, chat. Vivid picked up their first round on the half. They waited for their attackers to run out of avenues, to run out of options, and they finally isolated them 1v1.
Now we have a what is it? A push here from the side of Kaijuu Gorillaz. Blood sitting down here, and I think it's called dugout. Sitting down here in dugout, trying to just clear main. On the other side though, Reese getting his pick on land.
It's a nice shot.
Have Lil Knight here lurking into art. Clearing it. Kind of seeing that it's clear. He might get caught by this KJ turret though. I wonder if he decides to smoke it off. Oh no.
Yeah,
He decides to shoot it.
Does clear it out. They did note it was on top of there. You could see the pings on the map.
Seems like they're gonna hit the
All
side
that
now.
Killjoy
Blood.
utility cleared. What huge value from this Yoru clone. Loyal Knight making it worth Peng's life, picking up 2 eliminations and securing the plant. Now we're in a 3v3 situation. The Blade Storm is online for Loyal Knight. Will he opt to use it? Probably not in this moment. As far as Harbor's concerned, Cascade coming through to isolate the corner on site. Definitely could have had someone play there. You know, they choose a safer option and play towards main. Deegs with the stun coming through onto side. Sova is so damn stunned. But Blue and Shizu picking up 1 each, and the round will be closed out here. Blue will finally get a chance to defuse instead of crouching just slightly behind the bomb. And we equalize at 2-2.
And back to what I said about the post plant, and the same thing goes for the opposite side. When it comes to actually getting the spike down and kind of trying to, I mean, I can't speak. Lord have mercy. When it comes to trying to like getting to defuse the spike, you have so much util with this comp to be able to hold out the defenders in main or whatever choke point they're holding. Like if you've seen Harper threw like 3 of his util up and they couldn't see anything. On top of the Yoru clone going out, the flash and everything, like there's so much util going on in this match for both sides. It's really hard. Once you get control of something, it's really hard to lose it. We have Blue here, jump picking on B.
Also why I really like, you know, Harbor on this map. I know I was talking about Tejo a lot, but Harbor especially shines as well due to the fact that his utility excels at, you know, sectioning off narrow hallways.
Asku here. Let's see if he can make a play here.
As I say this, the Reckoning has been popped, and the geysers coming through, exposing all these Kaijuu Gorillaz players, and it's just all up to Nano Ghost. Vivid taking full advantage of the Harbor ult. Such a powerful tide-turning ultimate. You know, for lack of a better term. Good stuff by Blue.
Time to jump.
The rest of the team will save 4 ultimates going into the next round. They have every single tool they could possibly ask for on the retake. They've got the Killjoy ultimate to make space. They've got the Cosmic Divide to literally just isolate part of the spike. They've got the Hunter's Fury to deny plant, and they've got the Dimensional Drift for information. On the flip side, on the attack, they do have the Nightfall and Cosmic Divide and Killjoy ultimate. But honestly, I think for the rest of this half, it's how these teams manage their ultimate economy, considering there's so many online right now.
Indeed. Yeah, man. Yeah, on the side of Kaijuu Gorillaz, they really need this round here. Their economy is kind of weak. They lose this round, they have to save again, and they actually just got off of a save round. But if they win this round, you start to think, is this gonna go the same way as last map did?
Spike down. B.
Dimensional
Shizu
drift
picking up on there.
Just keeping an eye on Shizu here, who was forced to teleport.
Watch it, find it!
Will get one and will be satisfied with that pick. And even the Cosmic Divide consumed for the attack to secure the plant.
Spike planted.
Nano Ghost in the meantime picking off Reese, who is attempting to flank from Link.
We have
Call has been
another.
made. Dimensional drift
Another
is called
Euro.
from Shizu. Around this corner is Deeks, who will get picked off by Blue. Nice information given by Shizu. Good timing from Blue to peek. Cascade coming through, making sure to section off the spike. And such a good flash from Shizu to actually allow Blue to pick up 3 eliminations. And Blue and Co securing a 4th round in this match.
Amazing teamwork by the Harbor and the Euro there, though. With the cascade, with the flash through the cascade. Just
Beautiful. I have never seen. Honestly, I've never seen such an amazing Harbor play. Like, beautiful.
I've never thought
Chef's
about
kiss.
I never thought about like throwing a cascade and flashing through the cascade that you know, I might have to add that one to.
You know, it's the same to the playbook. You know what I mean? It's same as flashing through a Viper wall. You know, it's so cool. And even though the cascade does slow you a little bit, the enemy's so blind it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and the fact that it moves too, if you can flash while it's moving, is good too. Oh, mid here getting a little dangerous, but Reese picks up the kill. He's kind of low though. It's kind of a 2-tap to a Vandal body shot.
One thing I could also tell you, Yoru Flash does also synergize very well with ISO wall because you can actually shoot them. And
Nano picking up 2 here.
look at that.
Nano picking up his 3rd, just walking down the site and clearing it, all on his own. I mean, you know, his teammates are there, but are they really there?
Oh my god. Nano Ghost
Blood.
still going for more. Asgo though around the corner, body shot will do it. 3v2
Punishes the
situation in
overheat.
favor of the attack. Loyal Knight around this corner, ready for any sort of engagement, but Deeks will
Last
not be.
player
Oh.
standing.
Loyal Knight picking off Blood, but Asgo as well, not expecting Peng around the corner, but Loyal Knight with sufficient cover, and a 3rd round will be given to
But look-
Kaijuu Gorillaz.
Like I said, it's going back and forth here. You start to think, is this gonna be like last map? Is it gonna come down to a, I mean, no, not last map. What was it? The first map?
Yes.
That it was really close.
And that was literally only the first map, by the way. We're still
Oh.
on map 2, chat.
You know, that felt like a really long map, only because of the comeback. That what was it? That Vivid made.
It was 8 rounds
The-
in a row. It was 8 rounds in a row.
10 too. That's still
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, they came back from 10-2, won 8 rounds in a row, but did lose 13-10, unfortunately. Peng
Oh,
queuing up
ready,
the
fatal,
nightfall.
ready.
Ready to allow his team to take the space. Asgo will narrowly avoid that. Killjoy utility being popped to deny any space made. Asgo around this corner. Does he expect Loyal Knight? No, he absolutely does not. But Vivid's Reese's Hunter's Fury coming through to deny the plant.
Spike
Peng
planted.
will be allowed to after a little bit of a delay. Nano Ghost making sure to hold Art,
Cutting through.
maintain that space for his team. Blue around this corner picking off Loyal Knight. A bit of disrespect, kind of unwarranted. Nano Ghost around this corner.
Run.
Almost taking him out. The attacking Killjoy to stall out the diffuse. Breeze around this corner. Almost gets caught with the shock bolt in hand. Blood is forced to hop on this diffuse. But the Astro Stars might be the ones to do the trick. The Killjoy ultimate as well, stalling out so much time in order for Nano Ghost and the rest of his team to get into position, and the time is ticking away slowly but surely. They need to get on this diffuse. They actually cannot. The ring has appeared, and the spike will go off. Both Astras will fall to the explosion, and the only one living to tell the tale is Nano Ghost.
4-4. Now, if I'm gonna go back to my pocket watching ways here. We're gonna analyze the eco. Vivid do now have an op on the Euro list. Yeah, they can play this to their advantage, but if you look at just money wise, take the guns out of it, they're kind of broke. Their eco's kind of spread up everywhere. Same for the side of Kaijuu Gorillaz here, but their eco's kind of more evened out. So both teams kind of need this round, or whoever loses will be broke.
Time to jump.
Like indefinitely. Like I'm talking about sheriffs and classics.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something along the lines of student loans, debt for 5 years.
Hey, what you mean? Silly Joe Kirtos.
Spike
He
planted.
relieved them for a lot of people, at least. That's what I've heard.
Fair enough.
That's what I've heard. Lil Knight getting in Pink's face. I don't know if he wants to give him a kiss or not with the knives. Oh, Reese picking off Land there. I
Standing ahead.
feel like Land's always giving a first pick. I don't know if that's an issue that the team needs to address, but
Honestly, Lan is playing his role well. He's lurking behind. You know, making
I guess
sure
they're just
space
really
as
expecting it.
possible. But really, I think they're
Asgo on a stick here. Asgo on the stick. He just sticks it. Pros don't fake.
That's insane.
Pros don't
With
fake.
the cove and the smoke and the flashes and the stun, literally everything,
In the pool.
including the kitchen sink thrown at Asgo. He still sits there holding that diffuser, kind of just shaking
Head
his
down.
head. No, 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 no! I will diffuse the spike.
And I think between I think maybe down by his team.
What was that? Entering this next round. Got an approach towards B. Three players making their way up to one of the most notoriously horrible sight lines on this map. Blue's cascade coming through to make them paranoid of the corner. Effective. And I mean, all this to just stall out time for the defense to get any sort of opener. Sadly, when it comes to Reese, it's kind of a coin flip. You know, you never know when someone's around the corner. You never know when someone's around the corner just ready for Reese, or if Reese can just catch someone off guard. And all of the rest of Kaijuu Gorillaz are now collecting towards mid. Blue hearing the Prowler come through towards Link. Loyal Knight picking him off with no contest. Shizu making
30
sure
seconds
to
left.
bite the bullet, to just stay hidden as much as possible. Pop out at just the right time. Even though the flash coming out from NanoGhost does blind one of his teammates, Asgo does fall. Blood is on this site, trying his best to stall it out. Shot of the Pang is good. Loyal Knight around this corner, dancing around this box is Blood, but Loyal Knight with the timing. Even though Shizu does get one onto land, how much more can you do? Two full HP targets around this corner. One small, very short smoke separating them from an engagement. Loyal Knight is trying to fight it out as much as possible. Shizu now choosing a different avenue of attack. Deeks around this corner, almost ready to fight, but Loyal Knight will fall. Shizu though not expecting Deeks. The reposition is good, and we equalize at 5-5.
I came back in time just for that clutch, but unfortunately Deeks does have all possibilities of that. Now look like we're getting a bit of a save round from Vivid here. On the other side though, Kaijuu Gorillaz still aren't extra rich. If they lose this round, that would be really bad for their eco. They're buying up here. They have guns, but
you know, it's because they keep like going back and forth in rounds, and a lot of them die.
Yeah,
It's never.
It's
good
like
for your money.
like a 2-person, 1-person alive type of situation for each team.
Small bit of desperation for Blue spamming with the classic, trying to catch one. Is awarded a bit of damage onto NanoGhost. And I mean, Reese's drone as well is cleared out. So now we enter a very slow part of the round where really no picks are going either side's way. They're really just taking their time. They're clearing out utility. They're, you know, taking space where they can find it.
Out of charges.
That seems to be art. Reese eats up so much damage around that box.
You are divided!
Now the call is made to send it to A. Lan as well picking up Shizu around this corner, the Guardian betraying him. Blue with just the classic in hand has to contend with this Phantom and will follow suit. Lan on 3. Now it's up to Blood and Asgo around this corner, classic and Sheriff in hand. Both players on the attacking, or 2 players on the attacking side in main. The rest of them locking down mid like it's Alcatraz.
Last player standing.
Loyal Knight immediately stepping up to pick up Asgo, who didn't have much HP to begin with. Even though Blood has given one a bit of a consolation prize, 6th round will go the way of Kaijuu Gorillaz.
Last round in the half.
Last round in the half, we could see them equalize at 6-6, or Kaijuu Gorillaz take away the advantage. I will say, even though last map was super close, this is definitely a much better first half played by Vivid so far.
Indeed, they're not having to play catch up a lot. No, they are down on 1 round. It's been going back and forth, so they shouldn't be any type of discouraged from being 1 round. Even if they go down 7-5, I feel like they still have a really good chance of winning this game.
I'll handle this.
Shizu already taking the initiative, popping the dimensional drift. Noticing that 3 players are all the way back on A main. Flash coming through a bit of harassment there. Opting to come out, teleport onto B, making sure he doesn't actually, you know, give away a pick by accident. Because even if he came out in attacker spawn, Loyal Knight seemed to be already on his tail. On the attacking side, repositioning to more of a default. Blood will get picked off by Nano Ghost around this corner on A main. Still though, Asgo's utility is still online.
Face your fear!
Hank will be throwing down the Nightfall, the alarm bots will be triggered, and both Nano Swarms will be consumed. And the attacking side now has free reign of this A site. They can now very slowly but surely set up for this post plant. Blue and Cheese picking up 1 each. Loyal Knight around this corner picking up Reese. The flash hitting him square in the face. Still getting out, but not for long, as Blue will chase him down. Nano Ghost's flash are still good enough at stalling out the spike as much as possible.
He's coming in here from art. I don't think they know he's here.
Yeah, no, Nano Ghost is drawing all their attention to main. They think that Deegs is also main. That's the benefit of the Astra, being able to cast the utility from anywhere on the map. And this Yoru is practically on top of Asgo, but the stick is coming through. But Blue picking up the 4th, and 6-6 half will be secured for Vivid. That was a little bit uncomfortable towards the end, because Deegs was just spamming through this cove, and he ran out of bullets as soon as the cove broke. And even still, like, Nano Ghost was just sitting on, literally sitting on Asgo's back. Asgo did not care.
Literally.
Again, he held that diffuser like no, and Vivid won the round. And honestly, this is probably the or not probably, but like I honestly think like the Group B matches have just been a lot more like close, you know?
Yeah, they might be just more balanced in skill level, to be honest. I mean, everything was random, but maybe by random, everybody in this group is somewhere around the same skill level.
It just it just happened that all like the very similarly like similar level skilled teams are just in the same group, and it's honestly insane. It's or not insane. It's honestly amazing. It's so entertaining to watch these two duke it, like, you know, either team duke it out in Group B.
Cutting through.
You know, Vivid being a relatively new roster, but still like brimming with talent. Kaijuu Gorillaz, I'm not sure of their history, but relatively unproven.
Lan here might have a good Lancer's behind them.
Oh, look
Gets
at
to
that.
pick on the harbor.
Lan picking up 2. Blue and Blood,
he's looking for more. He's looking for more.
Away. Around this corner, Reese! You gotta hit those! Lan awarded the 3rd. and it's just up to Asgo stalling out the spike with swarm grenades.
Awarded, yeah.
Nano
It was
goes.
given that. It was handed to him. It was handed to him on a silver platter. It said here.
It's like getting served a cheesecake, man. Like, what the hell was that?
And they're shooting bodies. Oh, we're getting a little feisty up in here in this match. Knife
Let me
bodies
make
too.
my commentary. Come on. My girlfriend's flaming me for making a cheesecake joke.
I think you might be getting a little hungry.
What do you mean? I just ate.
Hey,
Oh man.
big back Eon in the chat.
Big
Hey,
back
look, if
Eon
you are
in the
listening,
chat.
if you are listening right now, please put big back hashtag big back Eon.
Hashtag big back Eon in the chat. Let's get
Please.
it rolling, guys. Let's get some subs donated for big back Eon. Help my crippling addiction to DoorDash.
And we have on the side of Vivid here, seems like a save here, and then just a mid push, you know, commonly seen by really any team that is on a save. Seems like they like to fully push, try to run in, get a couple of picks, maybe pick up the guns and try to capitalize off of what they can.
I really like that harbor wall. I really like how much that that high tide makes space towards connector. And Deeks,
Yeah.
even though he's safely like planted in this corner, you know, the space has been made. They were allowed to explore it a little bit. The alarm bot was also planted to make sure no one like walks up to doors to try to fight them. Lan with just a Marshall in hand. Might go for a pot shot here. Oh, could have actually gotten one if he had shot a little bit. Like if he had just
Spike
shot.
down mid.
And Deegs will spray down 2 with the Bulldog around the corner. They will be trading it out. They do lose 2 players, but they have control of connector. They will
30
be
seconds
gladly
left.
continuing to take that space. Peng almost not ready for them around this corner. Finally hearing the recon dart going out.
Still
Blood
no
will
targets.
fall.
Spike
12
down
HP to his
A.
name with the
One
rifle.
enemy
And
remaining.
Asgo and Reese
And
will
you
also
know,
follow suit. Peng
realizing,
securing the H round.
Their teeth will chatter.
just
in
now
the
realizing,
dark.
I think that was a save round for Kaijuu Gorillaz too. Did you see the guns that they had?
They
Like it seems
did,
like
yes.
everybody. I think everybody was in the map was saving, which is kind of rare to see unless obviously it's pistol round. But both teams saving.
They did.
It was-
I mean, I wouldn't call it a save. You know, like
Half buy maybe.
I wouldn't call it a
Yes.
save. Kaijuu Gorillaz did buy up a little bit. They didn't buy like super hard. You
I
could
seen like
classify it as a
sheriffs,
half buy a little
bulldogs,
bit.
and something.
Yeah, no, they had Bulldog, Marshall, like a Spectre. You know, if you're Spectre, if you're Peng. But yeah, you know, they literally just had light buy guns. You know, it wasn't really a full commit to a buy. They weren't really leaning to like all Bulldogs or like Guardians and stuff. But it's still considered a buy, I would say, in my opinion at least. I don't know.
Yeah.
We could honestly debate about it for as long as you want, but I really don't care.
Vivid here with the gun advantage this round though. But they need this round. Look at their econ. 200, 200, 450, and then 2 zeros, 2 donuts. They spent their last pennies on this buy, so they have
To
to,
their
they have to make something out of
they
it.
do have rifles, but still, blue taking 100 damage is definitely not encouraging.
It's not a good start to the round.
But he's still baiting out so much utility. And Loyal Knight is still here. And he finally gets pinged by the drone. Teleport comes through. 4 nano goes to assist.
Somehow it's not dead.
Loyal Knight is so low. The Sheriff though good for the pick.
Blood gets 2 there though. Oh, Pang. In this close range battle with this Spectre, he might be able to get one here.
Reese has this. 1000%. Oh,
Surely,
never mind.
right?
The Prowler says no. Prowler said Reese doesn't have this. The Haunt coming through. They clear it out
destroyed.
just in time for Bang to
And
run
the-
through.
the
And
running
land with
good.
the spray down. Picking up 2. And it's all up to Asgo who can try to stall this out. Gets 2. But he's only 10 health. He needs to throw this Nano Swarm now. But Lan will land the body shot. Now we are at 9 to 6 scoreline for Kaijuu Gorillaz.
Kaijuu Gorillaz here just showing.
It
You
is
know,
looking
that-
dangerous, and frankly, it is looking dire. Vivid need
Yo.
to lock in. They have lost 3 rounds in a row so far in the half.
Can we talk about the resilience though of Kaijuu Gorillaz? I feel like anytime Vivid comes out with like a big play where they get like 2 or 3 in a row, I feel like Kaijuu Gorillaz just comes back and just immediately shuts down like any hope of like, oh yeah, this is gonna be easy round. Like I feel like there's been a lot of those rounds where Vivid have gotten 2 or 3 in a row, and then LAN or somebody just comes in and just says nope.
It sort of goes to show. That if you have a rifle in play, no matter what, it's winnable. You know, LAN picking up the Vandal is definitely the difference maker there, because what other gun would have done that much damage so quickly? And like you might kind of put up a question mark, like, what do you mean, man? Like they had SMGs, they were playing up close. The Vandal definitely won them that round. And I will not take no for an answer.
So
again,
here,
loving
use
this
the
high tide,
offensive
guaranteeing the connector, guaranteeing that little pocket right here by mid doors. It's honestly such a nice little pocket to have, and it keeps you guessing. You know, it's a little bit tight around the corner, so LAN kind of does figure out that they didn't walk into connector, but in the meantime, the rest of the team just funneled over to B, and Deegs almost hits the shot onto Shizu, eating the flash with full face.
30 seconds left.
And LAN falling to Reese as well.
Blue still mid here. He's betting on someone bound to lurk up mid. And spawning your clone shot by the KJ turret. I guess KJ turret's putting in work here.
They have to tell Blue that all 3 of them are here at this point, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. Blue finally making moves, putting up the high tide to cover up Heaven, maybe just waiting on that cooldown. Still though, the damage is done. They've lost Nano Ghost, they've lost their way back into this round, and they don't have the Nightfall, they don't have any Fade utility.
Oh,
actually, well, they do have Fade utility, but they had an operator.
Oh, Blue doesn't die here? Oh, wow.
Shizu does, surely. Oh, wait. Oh, the cove lasts long enough for Shizu to survive. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's definitely why they didn't want to try. They didn't want to try with 2v3 or 2v4. They had the operator online.
Yeah, they had the op on the board.
And even though they had the Fade utility, there really wasn't much space to be made.
So 7-9. Still a very winnable game for each side here. I don't exactly, I'm gonna be completely transparent as a commentator here. Don't exactly want to see a map 3, but it would be very entertaining to see a map 3. And it's definitely possible that it would be. These teams are really evenly matched.
41 viewers says that it would be entertaining.
True indeed.
Look at Knight. He's so pushed up.
Oh, late reaction here, but we did indeed get some hashtag Big Bang Meows in the
Oh
chat.
my goodness. Oh, loyal Knight.
Missed the shot.
The shot that mattered most almost.
If you have the op, you cannot be missing a shot like that.
Peng with
Now the
27
op is off
health
the
as
board.
well. The defense
Their
is in
biggest
so much
threat.
trouble. And even the Reckoning coming through, just insult to injury at this point. Plant coming through
Salt
as
the
well.
wound. Reese here kind of watching this mid connector spot there with his KJ. Shizu and Astra just chilling out here near dugout.
Okay, well Nano goes.
Kind of just get cleared out.
The flash is good. He runs around the corner, and the Killjoy ultimate coming through as well.
Here
Blue
comes the
around this
retake.
corner can pop out of the scope at any moment. He's picking up one. Deegs with the trade, and LAN as well coming in with one of his own. And the lockdown might do the trick. Asgo has to run all the way over to this diffuser. He misses the shot. Actually, wait, never mind. Wait a second. Asgo picking up both eliminations, both crouching in front of the spike. An 8th round has been given away. Asgo will clutch that out. And hopefully the replay works. Asgo has to run all the way over to this diffuser. He misses the. Actually, wait, never mind. Wait a second. 2 kills when they mattered most. This Killjoy is putting in work, and despite it looked like it was over because of the lockdown. And oh my goodness, Asgo just straight up delivered for the game, for the team. Blood around this corner has to contend with Loyal Knight once again with the Blade Storm popped. Poised and ready, looking for heads. Only 1 knife consumed. Forced to back up. The rest of Vivid, you know, with that information in mind, very gladly pivot towards B. The drone does only spot Lan. Luckily for them, since they are on a save, except for Deegs, who has a rifle for some reason.
Bomb grenade out.
Vivid can just confidently and comfortably take this space and at least guarantee a spike plant.
Time to jump.
Your clone going out.
Spike planted.
Your clone kind of being as useful as my commentating. Not much to speak of.
I'm sorry.
Loyal Knight here coming down with the knives. Let's see if he can get some kills here with his ult.
Okay, blue
He's
and
coming to
blood
clear out the Euro.
1 each. Loyal Knight with 2. Asgo around the corner, picking up Loyal
Player
Knight.
standing.
Nano Ghost picking up 1 for himself, but not
He only
before
has a
Asgo
sheriff
picks up
though.
2. Only a sheriff in hand. Blue around this corner. He has to tap the spike.
They have the
And
Asher
yeah,
stars.
it's over.
I think the best bet is for him to pick a gun and just dip. Just leave.
Yep. He is hightailing it out of there. He understood the assignment. He is out of it.
Now we are tied 9-9.
I think we're gonna see overtime again, but not before I like beat the hell out of my cats. I'm sorry, I don't condone animal abuse. They're just really annoying, and whenever I leave a plastic bag on the floor, they've got their noses in it. Don't own cats, guys. Don't own cats. Just letting you know.
You know, I actually actually, you know, don't own cats. Get one and then ship it to Sora. You know?
If the cat will, I mean, I don't know. You're probably gonna have to take that cat by car. If you ship it, that's technically animal trafficking, which is illegal.
Oh my gosh, animal trafficking. Oh.
The illegal pet trade. Oh, Deegs is so dead. What a coordinated play from the Dimensional Drift and Reese's Hunter's Fury to pick off the Astra on site. And that's such a huge, valuable set of utility for the defense. And Lan and Loyal Knight, though, still fighting, still standing. One pick with the op going the Jets way. And Asgo, Killjoy diffing. Lan. Blood may still be on site and the lockdown may be coming through, but Loyal Knight is taking advantage of the cove to stick it to half. Peng will be able to flank and clean up the lockdown. And right as I say this, Loyal Knight with just a measly 11 health, allowing, actually, you know, giving the defuse over to Peng, so he can go pick up the operator. And yeah, all of a sudden, as I'm just talking, as I'm just kind of yapping about, 10th round, we're finally at double digits for KGZ.
Indeed, Peng here, amazing distraction there for his for a teammate to be able to defuse, or the other way around. But just the 2v1 in that situation, there was really no way he was gonna win that battle unless he just somehow just turned into prime 10s and hit that flick. Peng here 8 and 12, but still getting a lot of value out of his util. Like I said, I think last match, or I don't know when I said it today, but KD does not always tell the full story. Though Peng's 8 and 12, he's playing amazingly on his role, so that's all you can really ask for your team. You know, frags are a bonus if you're doing your job, unless you're a duelist. You know, then then if you're not getting enough frags. I will never not insult that man, because he was like, "Why don't you praise me on stream?" so now you never praise him. Yeah, lovely.
Oh man, I hope VZ participates in my next tournament. I'm gonna have a field day with Cooney.
Okay, she's here looking up. Oh, did they see Peng?
Yeah, high tide coming out.
Oh, they-
Blue
oh,
ready
oh.
for it around the corner. Blood as well picking up Deegs. Nano goes forced to tuck tail and run away. Wait for the rest of his team to probably join.
Spike planted.
Like I said, remember. Oh. They do have the op here. I'm not even gonna say
Oh, the flash
what.
from
What is
Siege is
going
so
on there?
good.
There's like 4 bodies.
Oh man.
There's a clone and 2 reals, I guess.
Oh, the jump peek from Shizu, a little bit disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. That was cool. That was cool. I like that. I like that.
With the comic goon on at the end. You know,
Honestly, she won't miss that.
Luckily, Twitch chat can't see match chat, and it's best we
But-
keep it that way.
I don't know if chat wants to get gooned on. I don't think.
Okay,
all
right. Wait. Pause. Let's backtrack. Let's ignore that. Both these teams are talking so much smack. Like they're talking. Excuse my French. They're talking so much shit. It's it's incredibly hilarious. But I don't want chat to see any of it because of TOS.
What? Both teams are talking that smack, and they're pretty evenly matched. So I guess they're both holding their end of the bargain. They're both proving to the words that they're saying.
I think they're both just getting really angry, overheating, and then just losing a round.
Yeah, I feel like that's where most of the quote unquote comeback rounds come from, where like they get 3 or 2, and they just have the numbers advantage. They just don't play numbers advantage. They like, oh yeah, you know what? I called you trash. I told you I'm better, so let me prove that I'm better. And then they go swing and then die.
Oh man, but that's the beauty of this game, and all competitive games in general. A lot of people just just talking smack to the enemy team. Like maybe they don't.
Then you gotta back it up though.
Yeah, no. But here's the thing: whenever you fire the first shot, whenever people fire the first shot, I almost always see them never back it up, and it's the most hilarious thing ever. That's why I made it a point to never like say anything mean about someone else, unless like they're losing. And they suck.
Look how much space they just secured with this harbor util though. And they still have the Cove online for plant. Then they just popped the Fatal. Oh yeah, this.
Yeah, no, even the Cosmic Divide coming through to guarantee them the space. Even so, Lan and Peng around this corner, picking off one thanks to the Nightfall.
Yeah.
Good ult by Peng though.
Yeah, Peng low-key saved in that round, because if they would have hit that site, I'm pretty sure they would have had it, and they would have had to just play retake. They do still have a harbor ult on the board though, so they might try to hit A site here with it, because they know they're gonna be rotating. So they might try to hit A site here with harbor ult, kind of just to secure everything. Let's see what Blue
They're
does
waiting for
with
Blue
this
to
harbor
get
ult.
in position. I don't think the Reckoning is.
Loyal Knight here alone on site though.
Oh, look at that. Loyal Knight with the
big.
peek onto Shizu. And now Blue is paranoid enough to pop the Reckoning. Still though, Lan picking up 3 eliminations, and it's all up to Blue, all on his lonesome. Can Lan secure a 4th elimination here on the board? Blue around this high tide, getting one onto Peng. Might be able to isolate one more onto Len. Can we see another 1v2 clutch from Vivid? We will not. Deegs will be the one to get that final elimination.
Regardless of him losing the round, he played so well around his
And such
harbor walls.
call from Vivid. Blue around this high side, getting one onto Peng. Might be able to isolate one more onto Len. Can we see another 1v2 clutch? He's doing a great job of securing that last one, allowing KGZ to get to 11. Can we see them win the final 3 rounds just like the previous map? Or will we see Vivid force us into overtime? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Now,
Technically, this is a different stream. I haven't made the joke yet, chat. Shut up.
totally.
I'm sorry. It's getting to the point where it's getting to the point where I'm activating schizo casting mode, where I just say what I think.
And the crazy thing is, I do that regardless. So, you having to activate that mode it just shows that there's levels to this.
There's levels. But yeah, take us away.
looking at this round here, they're shock darting. I don't know if they're trying to shock dart util, but they're kind of shock darting, trying to clear area here. Astra watching main and going back to what, make sure nobody's lurking at mid. KJ will be coming into mid here though. She's gonna maybe run into Fade and sitting in art here. Following Eon now because I was looking at a different angle. KJ will be taking this space though, but will she clear the left? Let's see. We'll watch this go down. She's kind of hesitant. If she might be able to get a time if she walks now, but nope. Pang goes back to the angle, and he has a
30
Spectre. This would be
seconds
really good in
Oh,
close
the
quarters.
timing.
She's seen like a little bit of him. Gets the Yuto, tries to back him. Shizu picks up a kill on Lando on the other side. Shizu has full control of this whole elbow area. Blue picking up another one, so it's a 4v2 at the end of the round. Let's see. Are they gonna
One
plant?
enemy remaining.
They are indeed
Swarm
going
is
to plant.
insane from Asgo. Keeping Nano Ghost back enough for them to isolate the fight on to Peng. Nano Ghost with just a shotgun. There's only so much you can do. Now we're in an 11-11 scoreline. You know,
It
you mentioned
could
the
be
shock
another
darts.
overtime.
They were definitely
Circle
clearing
better
out some
watch
Kaijuu
that
utility.
balance.
Considering where Land's turret was, I wouldn't be surprised if they were like destroying an alarm bot and some swarm grenades. Either way, you know, now that we're at 11-11, you know, especially these last four rounds have been getting like, you know, have been pretty neck and neck. But still though, Kaijuu Gorillaz' money is still horrible. It's still like it's indescribable how broke they are right now. Vivid's still comfortably sitting on roughly 3k each, you know, bar Reese. But that's definitely not gonna stop them from, you know, potentially pressing an advantage, maybe taking it to 13. The rotate towards A is called. Blood around this corner. May not expect. Nano Ghost, the reaction is a little too late. And the pick will be given way to Vivid. Kaijuu
Ult
Gorillaz
is
now
online for Shizu here. Let's see how they can put
forced
this
to
into
reload,
play.
forced
Hard
to
roll, it's
rotate.
there too. They should be able to take this round. Now, Ian, in your, if you were playing here, right? Well, now, would you try to use Harbor and your roll, or would you try to space it out to win both rounds?
I would
last round?
definitely. I would at least use Harbor ult for post plant here, because we have the numbers advantage, and if I see we're dropping like flies, I definitely save it. I definitely save it for at least the. I definitely save it at least for the stall. And considering they have this angle from Art as well, it's definitely such a powerful stall.
Oh, they don't even need it now.
The guns.
With the moment. Oh,
Luckily
the
for
body
them
shot.
though.
Match point.
Luckily for them though, the guns are heavily leaning in their favor. And all
Let's
Kaijuu
paint.
Gorillaz can hope for is overtime.
Aim.
Now.
I'm just kidding.
Did you say aim?
No. Yes. Look, just run in and get the kills.
I
Force
meant
it. I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
no, but yeah, all they can hope for to stay in this is overtime. You know, a full reset is in the books. If
The
they can win
game
this
now
round.
though. The game now though for Vivid here should just be putting this Harbor ult to use, closing out the game with this Harbor ult, taking the site. But on the other side of Kaijuu Gorillaz here though, they do have three very good ults to be able to stop this and force it to overtime. So this round can go any way. It just depends on how each team plays it.
Nano Ghost popping the dimensional drift a little bit early.
Oh, he's catching them.
Spotting them out towards the attacking spawn, seeing that they're fully planning on rotating towards this B side. Turret does
Gator turn,
attack
getting
him
a
a
little
little bit.
damage.
However, now that
Gator turn.
now that the attackers know they have this information, they probably are trying to pivot to mid rather than B.
Gator turn hitting more shots than Pang here.
Deploying drone.
If Gator turn had a KD, it would definitely be higher than 9 to 16.
Please stop.
Continuing though with the round, Nana goes kind of just showing his presence mid, not exactly getting too aggressive on it
30
because
seconds left.
I feel like he knows that there's more than one there, but just kind of stalling and maybe for his team to make a
And they're
move, make a play.
re-hitting B. That's surprising.
They are re-hitting B with the harbor. The Astra's kind of cooked here. They know she's in this corner, and she's constantly getting stunned.
Wait, they're
Not
not.
moving out of it.
They're not chasing
Oh.
it because of the. They're not chasing it because of the
10 seconds
lockdown.
left.
It pushed them away. They have 7 seconds on the clock. They can't
Oh,
plant the spike
wow.
in time. All they have to do is kill the planter. Blue needs to die here. Lan will be picking him up. And 12 to 12, Kaijuu Gorillaz
Oh my
again.
gosh.
Once
we
again.
go.
For the second map in a row, bailed out by the clock.
Switching sides.
And now we're in overtime
Overtime.
for the second time tonight.
This is the first. I think first of all, this is the first this is the first freak. I can't speak. I'm just too it's too like it's a lot going on right
You're
now.
okay.
This is the first double game overtime I think we've had,
Double game.
and this is like overtime back to back.
I mean, with FLC, well, it was overtime with FLC.
Back to back games.
Not back to, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
The previous map was 10 to 13. This is the first overtime this series, and it's on map 2. We've been at it for over 2 hours.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's that fatigue. You know how we were talking about map 3 fatigue from the other edge?
Yes.
Yeah, caster fatigue. I'm out here mixing up matches.
They really want, like,
I have the spike.
both of these teams, though. I'm genuinely so surprised they've been holding out this long. Like they're at each other's throats so hard that like each map is like going back and forth and back and forth. But now
There goes
this
Tier
first
flashing
round
out.
is gonna make or break the rest of the game. Blood around this corner, trying to spam, trying to get any sort of elimination, will unfortunately be caught by Loyal Knights. 4v5 situation in favor of the attack. Deegs is quite low, but
Portal closed.
still is alive and kicking. Vivid need a single pick to get back into this round. Nano goes around this corner, causing problems. But Lan with the spray down, I missed it! I'm so upset. Lan, what are you doing? Just hitting the most insane timing towards Link, hitting the 3-man spray down. What a
Match
play by this Killjoy. I hope you clipped it, Lan. I hope you clipped it. That is insane.
If she's calling a timeout here, I would too. After an explosive round like that, you need to kind of slow down their momentum and recalibrate with your team, because y'all need to make up a plan or y'all will be going to the losers bracket. And I think if they go to losers bracket, if I'm not mistaken, if I can pull it up here fast enough, they will be playing US EC Pink. Now US EC Pink we've seen from the last match days, and they played Skibbity Rex, and it was just not exactly a fair match. So if Vivid does eventually go down to the losers bracket, they will have to overcome the US EC Pink.
No comment on that. Much needed timeout for Vivid. You know, their KGZ is 1 round away from winning once again, 1 round away from stealing away the victory from Vivid Black. Despite the insane performance they've been putting up, it's really just the clutch plays, the clutch positioning. It's all about the lurk timing. Lan has been insanely good. Lan and Peng together have been insanely good at finding timings behind like the enemy team. It doesn't matter when, it doesn't matter where, Lan is just always behind them somehow. And that is just insane to think about. I don't know, I genuinely look at the map and I just see Lan teleports behind them. There's no other explanation. He just happens to slip through at just the right time, like a rat, for lack of a better term, through a crack in the wall. And you just never expect it, but he's always there. Pumping the brakes a little bit in this round, though, is Vivid. They wanna
Speaking
take
of
their time. 1 minute remaining.
Speaking of being a rat, they might be living with the rats if they if this was a regular round and they lost it, they might be living with the rats, considering their eco would be so right now. But by the grace of overtime, guess what? You can buy anything.
Full economy reset.
You know, I wonder how many games would change in overtime if the economy did not reset. You know, it would be kind of That'd be so crazy. Oh, Loyal Knight. What's the pick here?
30 seconds left.
Also, you see a lot
He's
more.
gonna try to
games
pick
go
up another one on the
14-12
harbor.
If the econ kind of carried over and didn't reset in overtime.
Oh, the flash going out there.
Blue
and
as
he
well.
cannot
Nice
pick up the
catch
second
onto
with the
Loyal Knight. Peng with one though
planted.
onto Reese. Now we're in a 3v3
3v3.
situation. Peng taking so much damage, 40 health to his name. Nano goes with the clone out, and Deegs also has the opportunity to flank
This is
all
your
the way
time.
from behind. Peng around this corner trying
hey,
to
this is
make
your
some
time to
space,
show-
but Blue and Blood picking up one each. Shizu will fall to Deegs on the teleport, but time is slowly ticking away. Blue around this corner, Deegs trying to be the difference maker. The op betraying him, and it's Astra v Astra. The stall is in order for Vivid's Blood. The time is slowly ticking away. Deegs needs to guess. Deegs needs to try to get this elimination, but Blood clutching it out, getting the final one and securing the 13-13.
Switching sides.
We are now in our
Overtime.
second overtime, double overtime at that. 13-13.
That'll
I
wreck.
am ready. I'm ready for this game to last another hour.
Are you ready?
Absolutely
You know,
not. I think the longest game I've ever casted was 17-15, and it was on Lotus.
You know.
That map is cursed for me now.
Let's see. You know, knowing these two teams and where they're going back and forth here. It might
happen
go.
again.
Vision.
Oh man. Look at Blue. Jiggle peek around the corner is it's almost good for the headshot too. It's crazy.
Indeed.
Trying his best to avoid any sort of spam through the high tide. Good decision to like keep his head tucked low. That does actually affect your hitbox, contrary to popular belief. Teleport as well from Nano Ghost, committed to the opposite side of the map. You know, they've made all the noise they wanted towards B. They've drawn like some attention towards B. Still though, Vivid, honestly wise to a potential like relocation.
Like,
Utility now
been
being
hitting
sent
this
out,
thing.
and the take is now called. Nano Ghost and Co are running through this A main.
Ping throwing out YouTube here, hopefully to get some value before he dies again. Sending out the fade dog towards backside. Ping is now at backside. I'm sorry, Pig. I'm trolling. I'm sorry.
Oh, but Loyal Knight around
here.
this corner picking up one Peng, almost as an insult to Sora, picking up one elimination. It's staying alive, and it's just up to Blue and Blood once again. 13-13, the Cove is available. They could spam it, but there's so many smokes. There's smokes on smokes. Loyal Knight around this corner looking for Blue, but Blue with the spray onto two players, and the
Peng with the
Cove
spray.
finally consumed. Peng with the spray picking up Blood, and now it's all up to Blue with 3 eliminations, but the time is ticking away so slowly. And even though he grabs the 4th, Peng will win out on that round. And I mean, let's just see that again. And
Peng with
the
the
Cove
spray.
finally consumed. Peng with the spray picking up Blood, and now it's all up to Blue with 3 eliminations, but the time is ticking away so slowly. The story writes itself at this point. Yeah, no, the Lotus game was on time zone. Yes, Timmy Fish 12 is right. And also it wasn't even from this last tournament. It was from like the very first time zone tournament. One of the Lotus maps went to 17-15 as well, and that was miserable. But honestly, it was also fun to watch.
Loyal Knight here has this B main space, getting the orb, kind of backing up. Now he only needs 2 kills to kind of pop his ult. If he pops his ult, that might be a game changer. Might turn the whole round around. The whole round a round for the side of KJC here. Try saying that 3 times fast though. Round around, round around, round around,
round around, round around. Yeah, it is a mouthful. I don't blame you. Blue able to
now
clear
here
out
looking at
the,
Parola Cafe. Looks like he's a little bit hungry here.
Blue,
Not really looking at anything.
Blue around this corner, able to clear out the alarm bot. Still though worried about the nano swarms. Will actually pick up one.
Deegs in
Deegs is
a
still
vulnerable
in a
corner. He's gonna
great
get cleared
position.
here.
The dart pings him. Honestly,
this one though.
pretty familiar position for an Astra to be him. I did see earlier tonight
seconds left.
Loud Spankada
Strike down,
played in that
B.
position. He did get 4 kills onto Sen because they just did not check the corner.
Land here though picks up the other KJ as she
One
tries to
enemy
go into A link.
Wait,
and
it's over.
And it's just blood.
It's
And-
over.
Nah, blood has this. Oh.
Len
Defenders
has
win.
done it. Len has done it, and so has KGZ. 15-13. After a 13-10 map win, KGZ have bested Vivid Black in the Group B Visualize Vanguard Season 1 second game. Now
Wait, that's lucky my name.
I really should like mute these people because they have mental issues and will not stop talking smack to each other.
They
But,
do have things to say.
I mean, hey, you know what? That was a nice game. That was a nice, very clean game. 15-13, incredibly close for both sides. I think these two teams are the most evenly matched we've seen so far this tournament. So good stuff to both of them. Well played by both of them. And even though KGZ come out on top, Vivid Black still have a chance in the lower bracket to make a terrific comeback. And we might see them later on in the tournament. Until then, we'll never know. Sora, do you have any closing messages for chat before we end off the stream for the night?
Hashtag Big Back Eon, and
Oh my god.
I am interested to see Vivid versus USEC Pink. Let's hope they don't get steamrolled again. Hope it should be more of a easier matchup, right? Because they're both in the losers bracket.
No, I own you. You're terrible.
Oh my
No,
god.
So
I keep forgetting to mute these
hopefully-
people, bro. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So hopefully, we see more of a game like this where it's really evenly matched and it comes down to the last couple of rounds in couple of plays. But that's all from me.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Sora. I wanted to thank all the teams from Group A and Group B for participating in the matches tonight. And I also wanted to shout out all of our viewers in chat cheering all these teams on. You guys are what makes the stream amazing and very entertaining and very fun. Thank you for the amazing team spirit on all the teams. Maybe not these two. No, I'm kidding. The team spirit from all the teams we've seen in this tournament so far.
Yes.
And until then, I have been Eon XZ, along with Sora, hosting the Visualize Vanguard Season 1 tournament. And cannot wait to, or VZ cannot wait to present the matches for you tomorrow. Have a great night.
Yes.